took a deep breath, let it exhale. Drizzy always gotta do it big like a XL. Birds, they gon' chirp like a Nextel. Only fucked on her just cause sex sells. Forensics on the scene to collect shells. Niggas been walking around us on them eggshells. 12 years in this bitch, here's the next 12. Niggas sick of me, but ain't get well. Slept in my daddy room, cigarette smell. Dreamt of the money cause I knew that we would mesh well. Curse a little thotty with a head spell. Send her back emojis, I don't text well. Selling Southside, watch me set sail. She a baddie and I got her off the rec mail. 50K free my crody, it's a set bill. Press that boy inside the party and his sweat fell. Ayy, did lil' mama dirty, but I meant well. Yeah, I ain't wanna fuck, I wanna intel. Yeah, baby, it's a war, in case you can't tell. Cream inside the lala with the handheld. Diss track sounded like some fan mail. All that preparation and the plan failed. Dashboard digi like a trap scale. Your right hand man grew a rat tail.
4L gang, it's a Glock party. Oz got it.
Yo, what's good, chat? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Quick live, maybe quick, maybe not. Maybe quick, maybe not. Well, it's to be seen. Jumping in here right now, looking at all this J. Cole shit going on. You know, J. Cole just, the interview didn't come out yet. I think it comes out tomorrow, but I'll tell you one thing. Cam is doing a great job of promoting this interview for tomorrow because he dropped a couple clips where he's interviewing J. Cole and he's putting the exact stuff out there he needs to get people talking about it. I'll say that. And just like, you know, we predicted, it looks like this interview we're going to be getting a little bit more than what we got from the Apple interview with Nadeska. He looks like he's really talking about a lot more specific questions, right? And right now, because of some of the shit J. Cole said, the Drake fans are kind of claiming, you know, Cole's supporting the narrative that Drake had a campaign against him. And then the Kendrick fans are taking it in the same way, right? So who we got in the chat? Drake already lost. Isaiah, shout out to you. Joshua Lee, Primo, OVO, Maddie was good. Muto, Lou, kick streaming not working? Let me see. Let me see with the kick. Let me see what's going on with kick. You know, I just got subscriptions and shit enabled on there. Let me see. Okay, I'm on there. I'm on kick. Let me see. Okay, I'm on there. I'm on kick. Let me see. I'm on kick right now. I'm on kick. You can go over on kick if you want. Definitely go follow on kick. I'm trying to build it up. Yeah, there's people in there right now. So that's cool. That's cool. But without further ado, man, let's get into this J. Cole stuff and what everyone's up in arms about. And I'm going to let you guys tell me what you think. I'm going to be as objective as possible with this. Okay, I'm assuming I won't need to scroll far. So, okay, here we go. J. Cole speaks on Drake and Kendrick. All right, here we go.
You're either Democrat or Republican.
Do you think that the Drake and Kendrick thing got totally out of hand? Do you think it spiraled out of control?
The world, right away, the world became like politics. You're either Democrat or Republican. You're either Kendrick or you Drake. And you got to pick a side, boom, boom. And I felt like the nigga that was like disgusted both ways damn near. You know what I mean? So when you say, did it get out of hand? It's like, creatively, that's not my place to say.
Right.
But I think the out of hand that I think is like, to me, is like disgusting how people try to use that opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
right,
or just like pile on
that's a fact.
And tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, yo, I feel weird and they're gonna make headlines out of this. Just like when I see Kendrick get the moment he had, the pop out, the stadium, the Super Bowl,
the Grammys.
I'm like, I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then. But I also hate that for Drake. And I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go crazy.
So a lot of people's up in arms. Like obviously the Kendrick people are pissed off, but like I feel like a lot of people are kind of twisting his words. But let's watch it back one more time. I think he did spit a lot of facts, but I'm gonna be as objective as possible in reviewing this. Let's just play it one more time, right?
And Kendrick thing got totally out of hand. Do you
So yeah, I agree that it definitely got in a hand online.
think it spiraled out of control?
The world, right away, the world became like politics. You're either Democrat or Republican.
That's a fact. I think we can all agree with that statement that, yeah, and I think it's still that way in many ways. It's funny that he says that because a lot of people literally tried to turn it actual political, like to the point where they're trying to say that Drake is a Republican or Drake is for Trump and he's pro-Trump and this, that, and the third, which he's never mentioned anything about that. In fact, I think he's talked against Trump in the past, right? But not only did it get political, like they literally tried to make it actually political. So he's facts with that.
You're either Kendrick or you Drake, and you got to pick a side, boom, boom. And I felt like the nigga that was like disgusted both ways, damn near. You know what I mean? So when you say, did it get out of hand? It's like, creatively, that's not my place to say.
So right then and there, he's saying right there, like, he's definitely taken note that there's a battle by saying that creatively he can't tell people what sort of angles to have. I think he's acknowledging that both Drake and Kendrick said some fucking crazy shit, right? But he doesn't seem to be judging anyone for that, for the angles that they took. I think he's acknowledging that it was a battle and what was said, right? It seems like he's more disgusted with the impact from or the reaction from the fans, right?
Right.
But I think the out of hand that I think is like, to me, is like disgusting how people try to use that opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
Right.
or just like pile on
That's a fact.
and tear this dude down. And like,
So I'm not sure how anyone could be really upset with what he's talking about there. And I don't think he's talking about Kendrick here. I don't think he's talking about Kendrick because we knew how Kendrick felt about Drake. I think he's talking about the Futures, the Metro Boomins, the Rick Rosses, all the other people that jumped in on the battle, right? And that's what he's talking about. He's definitely not talking about Kendrick there. He's talking about all the other people. And I also think he's not just talking about maybe even the artists, but he could also be talking about the media, like the Elliott Wilsons and the Ebros. And, they toted the line pretty carefully for years and years. But once the battle happened and once Drake finally was in it, that's when these guys really started talking, like media personalities, right? Started really telling us how they felt about Drake. And I think he's referring to that too. I'm not sure how anyone could argue with that. If anyone's got an argument for that, please let me know. Joe Budden. Well, Joe is always kind of, Joe's never really held his tongue about Drake in the past, right? But with the Rick Rosses and the people like that, yeah, a lot of people jumped in. Especially people in the media, right?
How people try to use that opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
Right.
or just like pile on
That's a fact.
and tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So that's the part that a lot of people are getting upset about, right? He says there was a whole campaign. And the Drake fans are taking that right away and saying, oh, Cole is talking about the bots and he's confirming Drake's lawsuit. He's confirming the narrative that Drake has about what happened. And then I think the Kendrick fans are taking it the same way. But I don't think that's quite fair because a campaign could be a lot of different things, right? Like a campaign, sure, you could look at it that way. But he could also just be referring to all the rappers coming together to do what they had to do. People are kind of taking that as if he's confirming the lawsuit and like, I'm not going to go that far with it.
And tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So on one hand,
so the fact that he says it still is to this day, though, maybe he is talking about that. maybe he is talking about UMG. Like he might not be talking about Kendrick or any of that specifically, but I do think obviously there was something going on within the organization UMG to let all this happen and let their biggest artist be called a pedo, right? He could really be speaking to that. You say Cole confirmed the lawsuit with Port Antonio, and to be fair, I don't think he's saying anything differently than what he said on Port Antonio. I think he's basically saying the exact same thing that he said on Port Antonio. Campaign is an organized course of action to achieve a goal. Okay. Well, I'm glad for the definition. Let's just listen one more time. Like, I think maybe he is referring to the UMG shit. Maybe he is.
That opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
Right.
or just like pile on
That's a fact.
and tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, yo, I feel.
Listen, when everyone was claiming that J. Cole was dissing Drake, right? And you notice that I never took that stance. I never made a video about it. I never mentioned it. And that's because I've been telling you guys for a while that I had very good intel. And for this one, I'm telling you, like, that my source was very reputable for this claim. And that is that Drake and J. Cole do not hate each other. It's not like it was. It's not like it was between them because, like, I made a full video about this. These guys weren't just industry connects, right? They were actual friends. They were actually friends beyond the music business, right? It's not like it was between them, but they don't hate each other. And I'm confident that Drake and Cole are going to get back to where they should be when the time is right. And one thing that I will say is, if Drake and Cole aren't talking, I'm sure Drake appreciates the way he's dealing with this interview. I'm sure he appreciates hearing this.
How people try to use that opportunity, either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time,
Right.
or just like pile on
That's a fact.
and tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great. It was a whole campaign and probably still is to this day.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, yo, I feel weird and they're gonna make headlines out of this. Just like when I see Kendrick get the moment he had, the pop out, the stadium, the Super Bowl,
The Grammys.
I'm like, I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then.
So, he's in the last interview, he said the same thing, right? He's got love for both of these guys, and I believe him. But I just think people are looking at the Kendrick compliments here as kind of like a backhanded thing because he says Kendrick got his moment. He went on this big run, but then look exactly how he follows that up, right?
I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then. But I also hate that for Drake. And I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go.
So he wants Iceman to go crazy. I think, I don't know what his situation's like with Kendrick. I don't think he's speaking overly favorable about Kendrick. Like, he's obviously acknowledging the moment he had, but I do kind of get where the Kendrick fans are coming from, that he seems to be speaking in favor of Drake. He even brings up the campaign. And, before I came into this stream, I was kind of unsure about what he meant by campaign, but the fact that he said there still is probably a campaign ongoing seems to be something to do with UMG, the label, and possibly what Drake was alleging in the lawsuit, right? So that's where people at. I need to read some of the comments and see what you guys think about the whole thing. Let me see what you guys are talking about. People calling him a fence sitter are proving his point. Kendrick doesn't give a fuck what Cole is saying. I would probably agree with you, Flash 98. I doubt he does. Someone needs to humble Kendrick. Stan War shit is insane. Yeah, it's really gotten bad now on Twitter. It's really gotten bad. It's still going. The Stan War is still going. One dude brought lyrics to court after a battle. Fuck him forever. I mean, people are always going to say that about Drake, right? The fact that the lyrics were in the, like, he's never ever going to get past that. That's why I think he backed out of the battle beef. He thought the beef was going to be rap, and it wasn't. Well, that's exactly right. Because if you look at Port Antonio, I think that's, even with these 2 interviews he just did, anything he said, the apology on stage, I feel like Port Antonio is the best example of Cole explaining himself, right? He says it very clearly. Like, to him, if you got to get all the bots and the politics and the memes and all this bullshit and digging up dirt on each other and lying about each other, like, to him, that's not why he started. To him, that's not why he raps. So that's not why he started. It is what it is. I think he did a great job of explaining himself here on this. I would have been content with this. Such a good track. He backed out before Kendrick dropped anything. Yup. K-bots are ignorant. He brought the label to court, and they still want to back the machine over him. There's 2 sides to the lawsuit, though, right? Because, yes, 1, he did sue the label, but 2, the lawsuit would cease to exist without the lyrics, right? So you can't omit the lyrics from the lawsuit. You can't say that that's not a big part of it, because without that, there would be no lawsuit. So yeah, it's very much about the battle. Like, without the battle, there'd be no lawsuit, right? Is what I'm saying. K-Dot, an industry darling. If that's how he feels, then he should be mad at Drake. Drake took it personal and away from rap first. But did he? Did he? I mean, he on push-ups, yeah, I think you're right, Jeremy Cole, because push-ups, Drake mentions Whitney, right? And that was the personal spot, right? That was the first reference to family or anything like that. But it was on Drake to respond, and he did it how he did it. But I do agree that, yeah, it was Drake that took it personal first, for sure. He said, I'd be with some bodyguards like Whitney, right? Which was his biggest mistake in the battle, because he revealed to Kendrick, this was his biggest mistake, because he revealed exactly what his main angle was going to be, which gave Kendrick all the time to prepare for how he could combat this. And that's exactly what Kendrick did. Kendrick made the battle so that he dropped so quickly that he didn't even need to address what Drake was talking about. No friends in the industry. Kendrick's the only one that mentioned picking sides. If Not Like Us never comes out, or you remove the first verse, probably never happens. Everything that could have been said about this battle has already been said. Facts. But I think Cole did have a couple other things that he talked about. This is all over the timeline. I've been seeing some pretty nasty shit. Let's see what Charlamagne's saying.
The fact, right? Him dissing Kendrick. Why was it so easy for you to diss Kendrick?
Probably was in the moment.
But still, if it's weighing on you so much after the fact, and your wife knows you stressing and blah, 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 what about when you was writing the bars?
It's probably
What about when you went in the booth to record the bars?
You write the bars, right? You think about what you're gonna say.
Right.
You make the words connect. You listen to the beat. Matter of fact, let's reset.
That's a lot.
People don't seem to take human emotion into play at all, right? Like, I'll tell you right now, I'm a very impulsive dude. Extremely impulsive. It's one of my worst personality traits, is being impulsive. And there's many times where I'll type something on Twitter. There's videos I've made. There's things I've done in the moment and then not put it out. There's things that I put out and regretted it, right? When you're J. Cole and the whole entire world is talking about this battle, and he's hyped up and he thinks it's going to be something that it obviously wasn't, he drops the music, and then as soon as he does it, now he reflects, right? So what he did is what a lot of humans do. Humans don't think before they act a lot, right? We shoot first and then ask questions later. That's common. That's just human. It's just being human. I feel like we treat entertainers like they're not human.
In the moment to sit down, write a rap, go in the booth, record it, listen to it, mix it. You know what I mean? Like, that's not for the moment.
Yeah.
You had a long time to think about whether or not you should put this.
Yeah, but it was called 7 Minute Drill because he literally wrote it. He did it in 7 minutes, right? He wrote it and recorded in 7 minutes or whatever. That was his whole thing. That was the process. So it didn't take long for him to record it and put it out. And when you're caught up in the moment, man, and your adrenaline's going and you're you know, I get it. But then you find out that, oh, this is not going to be what I expected. I don't want to say stuff like that about Drake. I don't want to say stuff about Kendrick. I'm cool with both of these guys, right? He thought it was going to be something different. I'm convinced of that much.
So if it weighed on you so much after the fact, why didn't it weigh on you so much while you was doing it?
And come out the
And the thing is with Charlemagne that kind of pisses me off is the fact that this guy's got books about mental health, books about anxiety, books about meditation. You would never say. You would never say.
booth. Yo, let me hear that back. I might want to rap it again. If there's a hook, now I gotta rap the hook separately from the verses. Do the doubles on that. Do the ad-libs on that. Go through that whole process. Again, I'm breaking this whole shit down to y'all.
Yeah, but like they're talking as if they're all talking as if J. Cole knew where the battle was going before. Like, I'm sure if J. Cole knew where this thing was going and what it was going to be, he probably wouldn't have even bothered. Right? He probably wouldn't have bothered. That's just my opinion. I could be completely fucking wrong. Completely wrong. Let me see. 21 Savage on whether Drake and Kendrick could squash their beef.
What do you think about all the rap beef that's going on right now? What do you think about what's going on with Kendrick and Drake? Do you think that is it to the point of no return, or do you think people could squash all that shit and it's just for publicity?
Nah, they can't squash it.
I don't know. I don't really believe in rap beef. Like, I'm not a
He says the same thing every time, man. 21's pretty diplomatic with his interview. Whenever he talks about this, man, he always says the same shit.
I don't come from that world though. Like, I feel like it depends like what world you come from. Like, if you come from like your book bag used to have like raps in it and shit, then cool. I feel like those type of people, like, that's like their world. Like, that's what they do. But
well, yeah,
I don't come from that world, so I don't believe in rap beef. If you say certain,
yeah, he's coming up. I mean, he's talking about like backpackers, I guess, or whatever. Like the type of hip. This is the thing, though, man. Like there's a lot of people that do think like this in hip hop. That's why I feel like we didn't have many battles in the last 10 years because a lot of people coming up just don't value being the best rapper. Right? There's a lot of people just don't care. They just want to make vibes and that's it. Here's another thing we got, chat. We got Miro of Hot 97. And you know, Ak has been going in on this guy. He's been showing his numbers. He's the guy that, for those that don't know, he's the guy that replaced Ebro and the Rosenberg show, right? The Ebro show. Ebro in the morning. And now he's finally firing on Ak. And I felt like his response to Ak was really ridiculous, but I'll play it for you.
I'm going to say this one time and one time only because, like I said, I'm a father of 4, but there's a lot of sons out there that are not mine. I don't claim you. You're not on my taxes. You're not a dependent, bro, but you depend on me to survive. Because if you don't say my name out your stupid fat mouth, you got no motion. You are net negative to hip-hop culture. You are net negative to society, gang. You know what's the saddest thing in the world? Sitting in your mother's basement, getting drunk off alcohol.
Let me just like start with the first part, right? Because like if this guy thinks that Ak, I think we can agree that Ak probably has the most motion in hip-hop culture as far as media next to Joe Budden with them two. Ak got the streaming news cycle, gossip, whatever. He's got that on lock. Now, does he talk about a lot of music? I feel like he could do more. But at the end of the day, you can't deny what Ack has built, right? So for this guy who, like, we can look at his numbers if you want, but he's not, like, the fact that he's trying to claim that Ack needs him to get motion is crazy, because these guys aren't doing too well over there. So that just kind of goes to show how delusional some of these guys are about what's going on. Then he says Ack is in his mom's basement. I've seen pictures of Ack's house. It's fucking crazy. He's definitely not in his mom's basement.
She probably bought at Costco and talking crazy about any and anybody who matters more than you. Guess what, fam? Everything I've ever done in my entire career has been culturally relevant. You understand what I'm saying? I'm up here Hot 97 because you know what we do up here? We move culture. We make culture up here. We make culture.
Mero, trust. I'm sure Hot 97 would have loved to hire academics for this role, but they know they can't afford them. They can't afford them. I guarantee Hot 97 considered academics and they said, no, this guy's way out of our budget. Ack wouldn't want to go up there. He's built something that everyone is influenced by up today, right? This is the old school way of thinking, man.
We don't just talk about it, all right, fam? And that's what you do. You a gossiper. You a diabetic page out of the New York Post.
Okay, so he says he's a gossiper, right? Now let's look at Hot 97. Now I haven't looked at it, but I'm assuming every other headline is going to be about gossip. Watch. Hot 97. The meta is gossip. That's what hip hop media has become. That's what hip hop media has become. Cry me a river to the station. Justin Timberlake DUI video drops. Okay, that's gossip. Freestyle built New York City. Great, but that's not him. Mero responds to academics. That's drama. His DMs are a mess. The game needs game. That's drama. You know what I mean? All these guys are talking about drama. That's what it is. That's what it is. Right? The Oscars finally got it right. So, buddy, you're doing the same thing. You might sprinkle in a bit of music in there too, but you survive off drama as well. That's just a fact.
You fat hamster. And then people want to get on their social media and ask me, but is he lying? Yes, he is. You wish you could be me. That's what burns you up inside. You wish you could be us.
See, this is exactly what dudes like this do, right? Like they keep using the exact same things against academics, and that's why they can never beat him when it comes to going back and forth, because they all say the same thing, right? They try to paint Ack as someone who is desperate for these types of guys' acceptance, and I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all, right? But that's what they do every time.
Hey, Jay's giving me to wrap it up, so I'm going to wrap it up on this. If you see me outside, put your head down and look at your shoelaces, all right? Mind the Mero.
So that's his response. I'm eagerly awaiting for Ack to fire back because Ack is just going to cook him. But yeah, he opened himself up, right? But I want to find more about this J. Cole shit because I've seen a lot on here. I actually saw one really disgusting tweet. Bouncing around. Let me see here. So this is what the Kendrick Stan side are doing right now, right? Where is it? Let me find it. I think Bovie type. I gotta find this. I gotta find her. You guys tell me if this is divisive or not, all right? I don't have a horse in this race. I'm a white dude, so I'm going to let you guys decide, and you tell me if this sounds a little bit divisive. All right? So here's the tweet. So this is in reference to Drake and Cole, all right? This is in reference her in response to J. Cole, the clip that we just watched. We are watching in real time two half-whites try to rewrite the rules of hip-hop and battle culture. One deleted their diss, and the other filed a lawsuit after dissing. While the victor is expected to not have a victory lap or be praised. This y'all hip-hop, not mine. Now, where this came from what J. Cole said, I have no idea. But you see how it's phrased, right? We're watching two half-whites. Like, it's just... You guys let me know in the comments what you think about that tweet. I'm not going to say much about it. Well, it's got a lot. It's got quite. She turned off her comments, so you can't. We could see what the quotes are saying. Okay, I'm not gonna. I stand on Cole, 100. Kind of proving Cole's point. Really though, really is kind of proving his point. I kind of agree with that. Because I've been saying for a long time. I've been saying for a long time that the battle caused immense division, and I think this is a pretty good example of that division, right? And like, I'm not hating on Moni at all. I'm just using this as an example, right? Okay, so I got to go through some super chats here. Shout out to Don't Worry About It for the subscription, Nazar James for the subscription, Ciroc29 for the follow-on kick, Rolex Mac for the follow-on kick. By the way, guys, for anyone who wants, you can actually you can send gift it, and you can subscribe on Kick now and stuff too. So if you want to cancel your membership on YouTube, if you're a member and you want to move it over to Kick, totally fine with me. I'd like to get some more subscribers on there anyway, right? So feel free to do that if you'd rather be on Kick. $2 from HCTR. Dirt, you're going to review Tory Lanez album on April 3rd. That I can do. That I'll do. Thank you, Birdie, for the subscription. Mystic with the $2. I think J. Cole is Sweden, and there's no winning. Yeah, J. Cole can't win right now because he's in the middle of two very passionate fan bases, right? And he's also pissed off hip-hop purists in the process. So it's like a triangle. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. There's nothing he could say to please everyone, right? So it seems like he's just doing it to please himself. Pause, right? And at the end of the day, I don't feel like since his apology, Port Antonio, the Apple interview, or this new interview, he's really changed anything that he's said. So he seems to be pretty consistent with his apology, right? Queens get the money with the 2. I have a feeling Cole knows a lot more. You know, listen, man, J. Cole's been in the industry for a long time, right? So if you don't think he knows about the inner workings, the politics, he's been talking about bots for years. Right? So if you don't think he knows a little something about what's going on, not only has he been in the industry for a long time, but he's been at the top of the industry for a long time. So J. Cole is, he's not just your average artist. So, of course, he definitely knows more. Dr. Inky, thank you for the 2. Dr. Inky, my mom and K-Bot, and your mom is a K-Bot, and you guys go at it over Drake. Yo, Doctor, I got to have you on sometime, man. You should DM me or hit me with an email. I'd love to have you on the channel at some point, bro. So hit me up. $2 from Jeremy Cole. She's not lying about their behavior being anti-hip-hop. I guess she's not. Backing out of a battle is indeed anti-hip-hop. Filing a lawsuit is indeed anti-hip-hop. I don't think there's a way away. I don't think there's any way around that. Right? I don't think there's any. Thanks for following the Kick, bro. Catch309. Thank you for the follow over on Kick. By the way, guys, definitely check out the Kick if you want to go on there. K-Bot use bots, my friend. That's why he is called a K-Bot. Mr. For Lifers, thank you for the follow on Kick. Luther was botted. I would say Luther was probably botted, but a lot of records are botted, right? So this is kind of what we're dealing with, and I wanted to have an open debate about do you guys think that J. Cole is talking in favor of Drake? Is that what you think is going on? Filing a lawsuit isn't anti-hip-hop if the allegations are true. No, I don't think there's any way around. Like, if you bring up Drake's lawsuit, right? It's literally got lyrics from a rap battle in it, like, which is claiming, the lawsuit's claiming that these lyrics caused punishable harm, right? The certified lover boy, certified, like all those lines that are in there that he's trying to claim defamed him. Yeah, that would be anti-hip hop. There's no way around it. It doesn't matter if it's lies or if it's truth. It just is what it is. Now, from a business perspective, do I understand why Drake's doing what he's doing? Of course. If someone was going around calling me a pedo and it wasn't fucking true, I'd probably sue them too. I see both sides, but you can't say it's not anti-hip-hop. W Stream, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for going over on Kick. Zayboy94, thank you for the follow over on Kick. Backing out a battle is not anti-hip-hop. It kind of is. It kind of is, though. It kind of is. Like, it's not the fact that he even backed out. It's the fact that he put the record out and then apologized, right? Which the fact that he talked so crazy over the years and then he did that, yeah, it's kind of, I've gotten past it long ago. I think Drake's lawyers are arguing, though, the way they promoted the song through bots with those lyrics is defamation on UMG's part. Yes, but without the lyrics, like I always get people saying like, but this, but that, but this, but that, but without the lyrics, the lawsuit would not exist. Point blank, right? That's what the lawsuit is really about. The lyrics defamed them, right? So yeah, you could say UMG boosted it, got more light on it, platformed it, whatever. But at the end of the day, it was a rap battle. Things were said, and now it's in a lawsuit, right? What do you want me to say? $5 from Tell the Truth Forever. Cole has proven that everyone's seeking attention, and that is not hip-hop. Hip-hop is anti-machine and their agenda. You say Kendrick is anti-hip-hop? I don't know if you could say Kendrick is anti-hip-hop, but I do agree that, like, I think a lot of this, with this J. Cole clip, right? I think a lot of it is just fake outrage, and like a lot of people are just trying to make content out of it, and they're kind of putting words in his mouth to support which either narrative they want, right? I think that's what it is. Let's see.
Talking, you know what I mean? I've had conversations.
Friendship-wise today.
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not going to act like we've been communicating and talking. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with them like post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. That's me not knowing where they at. Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with like how I actually feel.
See, chat, I told you guys this many, many times over the last year that I heard this over a year ago, back when I made my J. Cole Kendrick video, or J. Cole Drake video. I asked around to some really key people about Drake and J. Cole, and he just said the exact same thing that I've been telling you guys. That is, they don't hate each other. I think they still got love for each other, but it's not the way it used to be. And no, it doesn't seem like they're communicating much, if at all.
These niggas, but I'm not going to act like we've been communicating and talking. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with them like post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. That's me not knowing where they at. Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with like how I actually feel. I genuinely love these niggas. Like I be wanting to shoot off a text. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, but even saying that on a mic is kind of lame to me. But it's just, it is my.
Thank you, Killmonger Eric 55 for the follow on Kick. Thank you, Jeremy Cole for the 2. Jeremy Cole says, I bet Dot goes in on Cole next drop. I 100% agree with you, bro. It's such an easy slam dunk for him. I don't know if he's going to go in on him. He's not going to make like a full-on diss, but I guarantee, like, you could clip this if you want. Yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think Kendrick's definitely going to have a couple slick subliminals where people could, pretty obvious subliminals towards J. Cole, if not direct shots, right? Right?
He copied my whole fucking flow.
You know what I mean? So I agree with you. I think he's going to fire on him for sure. For sure. And it's an easy slam dunk for him, bro, because a big part of the culture is still mad at J. Cole. We saw it during the fall off. A lot of people can't get past the apology. They can't get past, him backing at the battles. So it's a really easy layup for Kendrick. He could say anything at all and people are going to love it. So I think he will do that. $1.46 from MCH88. Thank you. How many people Dot respond to after Control? Is that hip hop? That's a little bit different though, because Control, there wasn't really any like direct disses. Like Joe Budden did his, right? Joe didn't really diss Kendrick. He went in on the Control beat. Cassidy did it. He didn't diss J. Cole. He just went in on the Control beat. Papoose did it. Eminem, I believe, also put something out. Who else went in? You guys can remind me if there's anyone that actually directly dissed Kendrick after Control. I would say the biggest one probably will be Joey Badass. I think Joey Badass was the most direct. Crit also did a record, but I think Joey was the most direct. But even after in the interview, Joey said the same thing, like, yo, this is just for friendly competition. Like, there wasn't any real beef or smoke there, right? For most of these people. I think the only people that really, really took it the wrong way was, well, obviously Drake did, right? That's kind of where the beef seemed to start from what the public knows. D. Sulo, thank you for the 10, bro. People get killed for less. Just the accusation of being a pedo can get you killed. Kendrick took it out of hip-hop entirely. Domestic violence has always been inbounds for battles. Look, man, I don't think, people have been saying this for years. There are no rules. It's however far you want to take it. Now, do I agree? No. I don't agree with calling someone a pedo if it's not true, right? I don't agree at all. But a lot of people say when it comes to battles, there are no lawns, right? There are no lawns. D in the chat, thank you for the 2. Dot needs to respond to Joey Badass and Lupe first. I think he needs to respond to Joey for sure. And I made a full video about that. I feel like he's kind of ducking because Joey called him out a number of times by name at this point. Let's look. So the last one that he did in that fake battle that they did, that fake West Coast battle for promo, where is it? I think it was My Town. Crash Dummy. This is the one where he mentions Dot. Or blatantly calls him out.
Joey chewing through shit.
Hey.
Nigga, Joey is chewing through. He chewing through shit.
Kirk on the beat. You believe in God, believe in TDE, nigga.
I said I. It's about time, nigga. Goddamn. Almost got sick of waiting like a bad doctor, nigga. I ain't got a lot of patience. Y'all niggas back on the clock. And anything past 24 hours is a shot clock violation. With the current situation, niggas just clickbait. How predictable, this the angle I was anticipating. And thank you for making it clear to me that Dot scared, but yeah, I was at the party, but I also seen Dot there.
So, like, bro, if that's not enough to get Kendrick out of bed, I don't know. He said, "Thank you for making it clear to me that Dot is scared." I thought the boogie, look, if you're gonna be the boogeyman, and I don't think and look, people say, no, Joey is not on Kendrick's level. Joey's not on Kendrick's level. Well, he just wiped out the whole entire West Coast, right? He wiped out the entire West Coast. He's calling out Kendrick by name multiple times. He's talking about how Top, like Kendrick's old boss, was at the Diddy parties. You know, there's a lot that, you think that he responded to this. To me, I agree.
In fact, we were talking about the same very plot here. Y'all niggas going outside, cause I'm the one on top tier. He said,
"Hey Joey, I got this artist named Ray Vaughn. I'd appreciate if you would really help me put him on."
I said, "Okay, Top, but you know it's gonna cost you. You know I really want the one who elevated your roster. I'm on these niggas head top, rise to the top like dreadlocks. Joey got the whole rap game in the headlock. I'm letting."
See, and that's like how you know Joey's like super tapped in with battle rap culture too, because this is like a classic battle rap scheme, right? Like this is like something you'd see in battle rap, where it's like he's making up this like story about how he had Top there, and then Top was at the Diddy party, and how Top talked to him about Ray Vaughn and put him on and stuff like that. Like that's just classic. But I don't know if Kendrick would fare well against Joey. I don't know. You said this shit corny. $2, Queens get the money. There's no rules, but rules are for Drake. Shakes my head. Yeah, exactly, right? Dr. Inky, Moni Love doesn't diss Bob Marley. She trash. I love Bob Marley. Love Bob Marley. Let me see. I think I missed a couple super chats here. I know I missed one earlier here. Drake, good night and good luck. Dirt, you owe me a super. Okay, I do owe you a super, right? My bad, bro. My bad. That's going to have to wait till the end of a little bit in the stream. Her ass needs to hit the gym. She worrying about the wrong thing. Thanks for the 5, bro. But try and be kind, man. Try and be kind. $2. As a black man, I will dead ass tell you she's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of interesting because people try to claim that the battle wasn't about colorism and stuff like that, but then you see, like, some of Kendrick's biggest supporters and they're writing tweets about color, and they're making it about color there. So it's like, I don't know. Let me see what else we got here. Dot never responded. Tell the truth forever. Thank you for the 5. Dot never responded, but Crit, Lupe, Joey Badass, and picked Drake because he knew people wanted Drake to fall. He even let Cole diss and get away with apologizing. That's true. That's the thing, though. The thing is, though, I don't think Kendrick really had any real smoke with J. Cole. I think he hated Drake, though. He hated Drake. Shout out to Cool Pac over on Kick for the follow. Thank you very much. Chip Chopper, thank you for the 2. Much appreciated. MCH88, Lupe Fiasco, SLR2. Is that one of the disses? Or is that just like a random song? Okay, yes. Okay, this was the... Okay, well let's bring it up. I need to see what he said.
For real, though.
Yeah, this was exactly... I haven't listened to a lot of these in a long time.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even... It's like niggas must forget who the fuck did what the fuck, when the fuck, when niggas was still... not the fuck, or whatever. Fine then. I say, dear Lord, have mercy on my banana clips. Give them half, call it that banana splits. But my halves is really like a banana 6. Do these bananas have any idea who they on the planet with? Apes, give you bananas to the grapes. That mean your bitch got a banana in her face and wine on her chin. Get these heathens off my trunk and all of these swine up off my rim. Trying to take shine up off my Benz. SLR, nigga, leave. Niggas about to go to work, so these bitches gon' have to leave. Gon' roll around with that beat.
I'm gonna be honest. So far, this is not enough for Kendrick smoked him as far as like rapping. Like let's just be real. As far as Control, like this is not fucking with Control.
Why nigga just roll up my sleeve? Got body plans so I can ride a stand so I can open up my cheek. Lou D boy, 2 Bruce Leroy, 2 Destroy. Do beat like 2 T-boys with 1 freak, 1 me, but I can DP like it's 3 more, 3 rewards for me or me or me or me or me or me. Team me, it's like me eating animals, me teen, they need dinosaurs. I'm fine with all kinds of wars. Knives and swords, lions, tigers, biting boars, lightning striking,
Never mind. He's starting to go in now.
hordes, fighting, heightened, violent swords, fighting, stop, not, won't stop, hiking, so, hike, starving. That was Adolf reacting to my new shit. Translation, how come he can't be as evil as Lou get? Well, that's cause you ain't Lou, bitch. I took 2 sips of the Holy Grail, then I backed up and I turned around and I bent over and patooed shit. I love Jay, that's my nigga, but I feel sicker than a cruise shit. I ain't competition, I don't move shit. The only opposition is this new shit. These new niggas rapping like they 2, then be acting like they you, man. That's woo!
Where's the big Kendrick diss? Is that it right there?
Shit! What happened to the game? Niggas think they japping cause they rapping like they Wayne. Rapping like they chains. I ain't matching them in platinum, but I'm rapping like I'm flames. Like smacking them in the back of him. And my antonyms is on Kane. And my heroin is on metaphors. And my metaphors is on brains. And my left foot is in LA, but my right foot is in Spain. Now we all heard what he said, but what he said means we dead. And that shit is insane. He's so crazy. Look at the little baby.
Okay, so this is like the full-on response right here.
Nigga, you ain't nah. Nigga, you ain't Jay-Z. You will respect me. You will reject me. But I've done so much, no matter how far you go, you will reflect me.
Nice.
Nigga, please.
Yeah, because he didn't mention Lupe in that shit either, right? And so yeah, he's kind of going. This could have warranted a response for sure. This could have warranted a response for sure. Definitely. Right?
These niggas about to go to work, so these bitches gon' have to leave. And when the bitch gone, knee shots disabled. And DVD, a Dick Jones, your TV, and a grenade all in your table. And my punch bowl's like an ocean, and I lay it on by the ladle. But it's so strong when I pull it out, I'm only hanging on to a handle. Satan on my ankles while I'm hanging on to an angel. Ain't hating on that you hating wrong, cause you can't hang on to my angles. It's hard being a Lupe fan. Go to Harvard to be a Lupe stan. I ain't saying that I'm harder, it's just harder when it's in Lupe hands. Welcome, nigga, Lupe land. SLR. Here we go.
It was pretty light, man. It was pretty light. So this was a response to Kendrick. He addresses Kendrick here on this last piece right here, right? He's so crazy, look at the little baby. This is about the Control verse, right? He's so crazy, look at the little baby. Dude, you ain't Nas. Dude, you ain't Hove. You will respect me. You will reject me. But I've done so much. No matter how far you go, you will reflect me. That's pretty much the main. This is like the most direct part right here, right? Shout out to Ray Talk Feet. Thank you for the 2, bro. 2 from Ray Talk Feet. Selena's husband sued Drake for calling him a groupie. Did he? I don't think he did he? Selena Williams' husband sue Drake? Did not sue the rapper. Instead, Drake engaged in public social media feud after Drake called him a groupie in a 2022 song. That was on Middle of the Ocean, right? Yeah. No, he didn't sue him over that. He didn't sue him. That's a rumor. 364 from Morris. Thank you, bro. As a father, Drake saying Kendrick's kids aren't his cuts deeper than being called a pedo. Why are you acting like being called a pedo was worse? Because to me, being a pedo is like one of the most deplorable things on the earth. Like, I've met people in my lifetime who, I've had friends who found out later that the kids weren't theirs and shit, right? That's pretty common. That's not deplorable. It's a terrible thing to say about someone if it's not true. But a pedo is like the bottom of the barrel. Like, even in jail, bro, it's like the worst thing to be called. I can't think of anything worse than a pedo, right? $2 from Mike. Thank you for the 2, bro. What's the story behind Drake times dot only remix? I didn't ever hear that. I could look it up though. Drake times dot only remix. Drake Kendrick only remix? What?
Oh Lord.
Nah, this is a remix, bro. This is not official. This is nothing official. This is the song that started the Drake beef. Was supposed to be on Nothing Was the Same. Whoever runs his page. How come I've never heard about this? It's my favorite track, but without Drake's verse. Champagne Poppy. Okay, let's look. I've never heard of this before. Do you guys know what this is? Is it fake? Because I have never. It's a mashup, right?
25 with no kids, but this dick you can baby. This motherfucker see with this spray 200K. Heads. Times when I thought I should have stuck with my old friends. I might have been at the end of my rope on both ends.
Yeah, this is a mashup. He claimed he don't have a problem, but Nobu, it is like you come up for sushi. Because this is dead internet bullshit. Yeah, I honestly, bro, like, I think outside of this bubble that a lot of us are living in, whether it be Twitter or YouTube or whatever, most people don't give a fuck about any of this. Like, most people don't care about this J. Cole shit. They don't care about the battle. They don't care about the lawsuit. They just like music at the end of the day, right? Best diss track ever. Lil B t-shirts and buttons. Bad mashup. Lucky Lefty. People listening to this horrible mix sound like dog water. No one takes Not Like Us serious, though. It's a gimmicky track that's part of a burn. I'm wondering what for Not Like Us, right? When it comes to Not Like Us, you can't deny that this is a fucking banger, right? Like, I've said it a million times. Out the gate, man, I wasn't even 15, 20 seconds into the record. I was on the phone with my brother. We both listened to it together. And we both said the same thing, like, this is out of here. This is a hit record. Kendrick got one. There's a major problem for Drake. This is going to be everywhere. I called it from the beginning. Because to me, it was obvious. I think if you've listened to music long enough, I think you can acknowledge that this was going to be something. Especially in the moment and what it was. Now, if this was just like a random record that Dot put out and it wasn't dissing Drake and it had different subject matter, same beat, all that, and Kendrick popped out with this, I still think it would be a fairly... It wouldn't do what it did, but I still think it would definitely chart. Might not go number one, but it is a bop. It is a bop, right? Psst, I see dead people. The thing that I'm wondering about this record, though, the beat definitely carries it. But so does Kendrick. Like, I love this record when it first came out. Honestly, I thought it was a bop. And what happened to me with this record is what happens to me with a lot of big records. It just gets overplayed, right? And now it's like hard for me to listen to it just because I got really fucking sick of it. Nah, you can't say this is not a bop. Like you say, it got old fast. I just think the reason why it got old so fast is because it was fucking everywhere. It was you couldn't escape it, man. Like there was marching bands playing it, and like it was at every NBA event. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like, you know, it was definitely a phenomenon. Like, but the thing is Not Like Us a smash? And what I mean by a smash is a record that in 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now is still going to be that record. That's what I'm wondering. It's definitely a hit. It's definitely a hit, but is it a smash? Like a smash would be like Pump It Up, right? Pump It Up is a smash. This record always finds a way to stay relevant. It's still at every sporting event. Like Joe still makes like I think Joe said he gets like $50,000 a year or something in like royalties from this record. We could go through like that's a smash. Pump It Up. I think Lucid Dreams is a smash. I think this is an example of a smash. I think 20, 30 years from now, this record. Like to me, that's a smash. Give me some other examples of smashes that you guys could think of. Right? Back That Ass Up. Facts. That's a smash. That's not going anywhere, right? It's not going anywhere. You say Not Like Us is not a smash. The thing about Not Like Us that makes me, I wonder how it's going to be received because the world is getting more and more politically correct, right? And like what was acceptable 10 years ago, like even in hip hop, people used to say the F word, and I'm talking about the LGBTQ shit. In the 90s, 2000s, like that was every other word was the F word, but now it's not acceptable to do that in hip hop. So I'm wondering in 10, 15, 20 years from now, a record calling someone a pedo, is that going to be played at on a wide scale? Right? How will this be perceived in 15, 20 years from now? I don't know. Right? I don't know. And that could very well impact how it ages, right? Not to us, but for the future. Mike with the two. $4.99 from Jeremy Cole. Cole brought Drake out to do back-to-back on tour. Sparrows that hated how they were piling on narrative Cole. Cole brought Drake out to perform back-to-back. Is that true? What's the big deal, though? That was the hottest record at the time, right? That was Drake's big thing. J. Cole brings out Drake back to back. Drake performs a new verse and back to back at J. Cole's Forest Hills Drive. This is a good question. Do you think this means Cole is co-signing back to back, or you know he obviously had planned to have Drake as a guest, and Drake just plays whatever he wants? Do you think that's on Cole? That's a pretty good question. Like for Cole to be like, no, you can't do back to back though. Do something different, Drake. You know, is that Cole's place to do that? Because these guys have been pulling up. Like Cole went to many OVO festivals. He's pulled up. Drake pulled up to many of these tours and stuff for Cole. But is that Cole's decision? Is that him co-signing it? Is Cole gonna perform it with him though? If Cole starts, if Cole starts singing along with him, I think we'll have our answer. Listen, when people talk about Kendrick doing his fucking victory lap, Drake did back-to-back for a while. He did back-to-back for a while. He was on tour at the time when he dropped it, right? He did it in every fucking city. He kind of did the exact same thing Kendrick did on his tour. Drake performed it many times. I like to look into it at the point where he retired it. I think he retired it after the tour, probably, right?
Before I go any further, I just want to let you know, this shit that we do, this music business, it's tough, man. It's tough to meet good people, real people. I want to let you know something about this guy right here. This one of the realest, greatest, most genuine, talented motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
You got two guys kissing on stage. This is like what Kendrick was talking about, though. Like, you know, I talk about this a lot in my J. Cole and Drake video because they do this a lot, right? But this is what Kendrick was kind of making fun of, right?
This is my brother. I want to be at your wedding one day. You understand what I'm saying? We family, boy. You know that. Can I do one more?
I don't think Drake was at the wedding. I'm not 100% sure. I know T-Minus was there. Pretty sure T-Minus stood. You know, Kendrick had shit like that where it's like, you know, those are good little shots, good little digs, especially if he's going at two of them, right?
Can you do one fucking more song for me? Listen, I put my own club in the Raptors Arena. Championship celebrations during regular season. Paternity testing for women that I never slept with. I'm legally obligated if they request it. So much legal action like a Michael Jackson. Luckily, I'm great at avoiding distraction. I used to give no reaction, now I'm overreacting. Oh, nigga, that shit gotta go platinum.
Like, Meek Mill was totally embarrassed, man. This was hard for him to get past. And Drake was dancing on his grave, bro. There's no doubt about it. J. Cole kind of just seems to be there. I don't think I'm sure Drake told him before, like, yo, okay, these are the records I'm doing. I'm going to pop out. I'm going to do those two. I'm going to end it off with back-to-back. Do you think that's Cole's place to be like, no, we can't do that. I'm not letting you diss Meek Mill on my tour. You're surprised Cole stayed on stage? He's just kind of chilling there, though. Like, he's not, I don't think he's participating.
Very important and very contentious. When I look back, I might be mad that I gave this attention. Yeah, but it's weighing heavy on my conscience. Yeah, and fuck you left the point of I want to see my nigga.
I mean, at the end of the day, he is kind of co-signing it. He is kind of co-signing it. Like, he's brought him out on stage. It's his shit, and Drake is doing back-to-back. So, yeah, I kind of, like, if I'm Meek Mill, I'm looking at Cole and saying, fuck that guy. Right?
Niggas go insane. You gon' make me step out of my fucking frame. You gon' make me buy bottles. You gon' make me go out of my fucking way. I waited 4 days, nigga, where y'all at? I drove here in the rain playing ARM. Not sure what it was that really made y'all mad. I guess this is what I gotta do to make y'all rap, I mean. Careful in the city, man, they know what's up. Yeah, second floor and Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs. Look, it's for y'all to think that I don't write enough. Yeah, hate this man, cause I got the touch. You love it and you gotta get a world tour. I know that you gotta be a thug for it. This ain't what she meant when she told you to open up more. Yeah.
That is such an easy, like, simple line though, but it's like really effective. Like, this ain't what she meant when she told you to open up more. Like, it's like, it is a great little punchline, right?
Trigger fingers, Twitter fingers. Yeah, you getting body by singing nigga. I'm not the type of nigga that type of niggas. Sucker on my nigga. Can't say him with the cream.
Bro, Cole didn't say anything. He's just kind of there. He's just there on stage, but he's not doing. He, you know, I mean, we could debate all day. Obviously, if I'm Meek Mill, I'm saying fuck J. Cole, though, right? Because think about it. Think about it this way: if Kendrick was doing Not Like Us, right, and the Game was, you know, the Game brought him out, or anybody brought Kendrick out, and they're on stage, well, yeah, that's automatically gonna be Drake's op. I don't know how Meek feels about J. Cole. I thought I saw a tweet today of Meek asking J. Cole for a feature. Did they ever do any music? I don't think they did. I could be wrong. I think they did a remix. I think there's a remix with them both on it. But I don't think they've... Watch. Meek Mill. Meek Mill, where is he at? Let me just go to his account. Okay, right here. Meek Mill's looking for a feature from Cole. He goes, damn, he still tweets a lot, eh? Where is it? Where is it? Me and the baby just rocked our arena. I had all type of CEO business people I would never met. He loves Twitter, eh? Where's the J. Cole one? I think he deleted it. I think he deleted it, bro. Nah, he got rid of it. Oh, right here. It was the first one. I missed it. Meek Mill goes, I need J. Cole on my project. What's up, bro? Let's get in the studio. Do they have any records together? J. Cole and Meek Mill. Do they have any songs together? I think there's like an old... I think there might be like some DJ drama or like a Khaled. Yeah, but none. Okay, who that? But that's the dream. Okay, he hopped on that. Nah, they don't have no official major label collabs. Most was like mixed. Who that? I didn't know Meek Mill jumped on Who Dat. I wouldn't mind hearing that. Meek Mill on Who Dat? Okay, I probably do.
Made me lose who I am. It's funny cause this money made me lose all my friends. They said something about me.
This ain't it. Nah, I think that's just ChatGPT fucking with me. Did you guys check out that new Meek Mill freestyle though? He kind of goes in. I'm kind of rooting for Meek Mill, to be honest with you. I really like Meek. I feel like he's kind of been through a lot of shit in the industry. His next I give that a solid 8. I give that a 7, 8, honestly. A couple super chats here I got to get back to. Brandon Williams with the 2 says, I don't care. Tailor Made is crack. Yeah, Tailor Made's fire. A lot of people really like it. $2 from Mystic. Drake performed back-to-back for 17 months. He did, man. And like that was the thing that I looked at a lot of the people from the Drake stand side, and they were kind of clowning Kendrick because like he kept playing Not Like Us, but that's Drake did the same thing, right? Drake did the same thing. And I do think Kendrick kind of has to perform that record for the rest of his career because it's one of his biggest hits. It is his biggest hit, isn't it? By far. 5 from OVO Maddie. Thank you, bro. Dirk, can I send you something from Drizzy to look the Reddit to look at on stream? Iceman speculation on a Kanye feature. Yeah, go into if you go on Twitter, we have a What's the Dirt community, and I've been trying to urge people to post things in there because I'll review it on stream, right? So let's look. We'll take a look now and see if anyone put anything in there. Let me see. My communities. Where is it? Community, right here. Let's look at my community and see if anyone put anything in there. Okay, here, 4 hours ago. Idea for Dirt. Which leaks do we expect to be on Iceman? All-Star SOD. Yeah, I don't know if any of the leaks are going to be on it, bro. Honestly, I don't know if any of the leaks. I think the one leak that probably might be on it is Stuck. Because I do think, while I'm not a big fan of Stuck, a lot of people are. And I think they are paying attention to the feedback. And even Joe Budden said he felt like Drake had a record with that joint, right? So I think Stuck might be on it. Any of the other leaks, like Lake Como, I wouldn't mind seeing Lake Como on it. I like the way Lake Como sounded. I really liked the Supermax deals as well. I thought that was really fire too. But I don't know. I don't think any of them are going to be on it, bro. But thank you, Caleb Hines, for being into the community. Larry Legend goes, isn't it odd that Central C and Yeet are both dropping on the 27th? The only two rappers Drake put on Iceman episodes with roles in the story, both of which have used Iceman storylines and themes. And the UMG lawsuit response is due on the 27th too. Really? So this is something we've talked about here on the channel. We've talked about how, Yeet and Central C are both dropping albums on March 27th, right? And these are two people that were both in the Iceman episodes. So one of my predictions was that before those albums drop, Drake might do Iceman episode 4 and include both Central C and Yeet in the episode, right? Because there are already characters in episode 2 and 3. So he can bring those people back in, help them promote their albums at the same time, right? Because I find it odd that two of these guys are dropping the exact same date. And we just found out Central C, he just announced his, right? I think he moved his date ahead or something like that. But I didn't know that UMG response date. When do they... Okay, let me ask ChatGPT. When do they need to respond to Drake's lawsuit appeal? Let me look here. Wow, the deadline is March 27th, chat. The deadline is March 27th. Drake's Not Like Us lawsuit appeal on hold for the holidays. Right here. Where does it say? March. That's interesting, bro. That is very interesting. It says right here. Yeah. This will give Drake until January 21st for the opening brief. UMG will have until March 27, 2026 to respond. Drake will get a reply slot on April 17th if the schedule is approved. I mean, it's an interesting date now that you mention that. Something's in the water. Something's in the water. Let me go back to the community real quick. There's a quicker way to get to my community than doing this, right? I think I go communities. Right here. Let me see. Yeah, so if you guys want me to look into anything, okay, OVO Maddie, I see you here, so I'll look at this next. I just want to see. Caleb Hines. IMC way too much Drake content is becoming exhausting. Nothing truly informative, just weird takes. Like arguing over which Drake R&B song is the best. Can't Jungle and Fire and Czar both be great? Yeah, facts. Lex Jetson says, doesn't this go to demolish the you run to Atlanta when you need a check bounce? Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. So let me look at this thing from OVO Maddie. He says, possible Ye feature on Iceman. Let's look. So this comes from a guy named Dwayne Carter 15. on the Drizzy Reddit. What do you think the other surprise may be? Personally, my guess is Metro production. Future and Drake linking up is a necessity. Insane resume and duo. Yeah, he said diamonds are forever. I thought about Sierra Leone, or I thought about the same thing. So Fierce put diamonds are forever, but I don't know if that alludes to Ye or just. But I definitely thought about Ye as soon as I read this. But I also thought about the profile pictures that are diamonds, right? We got to keep in mind, Ye is dropping on March 27th as well. Kanye will be so tough, and the only surprise I want. Would you guys like to see Ye on Iceman? Is that something you guys will be looking forward to? We definitely need Future and Drake. Future and Drake is... I'd rather see Future and Drake than Ye and Drake, personally. We need a Tory and Drake joint. I'm sure we'll get that in the near future. You hope so, but nothing makes sense. I want a cameo from Ye. No verses. Drake and Don Toliver will be pretty hard. Ye is on interesting for you. I was actually listening to Bully today, like the older version of it. Yes, no, what? You missed that one important part. You missed the one important part of the tweet. Okay. Someone goes, I know of some people on Reddit saying we're lying and just have Spotify back-end access. But there may be another surprise on this album. ... Who is on thin ice? Who is that? There are so many fake insiders at this point, it's exhausting. Let me see. Who is this? Just a random Twitter page, right? Like, a lot of these people just do things like that, though, to get engagement. Like, this guy probably doesn't know anything. Like, there may be another surprise on this album. ... Like, bro, you're talking about Iceman. Of course there's going to be other surprises. That's, like, so vague. But that's what people do on Twitter. They do things like this and pretend that they know something when they don't know anything. This guy might know something. I don't know. Let me go down here. But that's a cool theory. It's pretty interesting with Ye and Drake, right? Dirt. Okay, so appreciate you, OVO Maddie. MCH88. Difference is Drake didn't have to make up lies. Well, look, I got my blood work today. I could probably take this off. Oh. Difference is Drake didn't have to make up lies. I mean, we can't really confirm a lot of the things that Drake said either, right? Lines tap. Drake fans being objective equals impossible. I think it's both ways, bro. I think it's both ways. I think it's Drake fans and Kendrick fans and Cole fans and Taylor Swift fans, Nicki. Like, once you get into standom, no, objectivity goes out the window. OVO Maddie, $2. All right, just post it in the community. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I mean, I wouldn't be mad to have Ye on it at all. I think Ye, it would be good to see Ye and Drake at least patch it up. I don't think they're on bad terms. $2 HTTR95. Tory on Iceman will be fire. No pun intended. Yeah, I'd like to see Tory. They got to get him out of there, man. 2030 is a long time away yet. Lines tap with the 2. Thank you. Central C, Yeet, Chief Keef, Ye, and Tory all on January. Is Tory dropping on... Is he dropping on March 27th too? No, it is not being released on March 27th. The new album for Tory, titled Slutty Bass, is scheduled for April 3rd. I'm assuming this is going to be like an R&B type album, maybe. I don't know for sure. Yeah, he's not dropping on the 27th. I don't know about Chief Keef. Chief Keef is he's releasing his new studio album called Skeletor on March 27th. The project will have Ian G. Herbo, Rich the Kid, and Ball Out with a new single video shoot featuring Ian releasing ahead of the album. Let's see what Chad's saying. I'm expecting a Bieber feature, another Die Trying. Yeah, Bieber's on a bit of a Bieber's having some issues, I think. I don't know. Bieber's yeah. Drake ain't dropping Iceman until December. Can you make a video on the whole Tory incident? It's just not, I would do it, bro, but it's just not really what I do on the channel. Like, I don't really do true crime type stuff. And, like, there's a lot of other people that do that type of content. You know what I mean? Not only that, I'm not crazy interested in it either. I'd rather just try to do the music parts, right? Drake, good night and good luck. Cell 425, Tory Lanez for my 2 missed super chats. All right, so I didn't forget about your super chat. I still got one of them here, but wait, let me. I don't want to miss any super chats, bro. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. Let's see here. Dirt, what are your thoughts on all the Chappell Roan? Like, I only found out who she was. I think it was at the Grammys this year. I had no idea who she was. Chappell, what's the drama around her? Chappell Roan drama? What did she do? Break silence after security drama with the child sparks backlash? She got banned? She's getting canceled? Is that 3 weeks ago? What is this?
Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And let's talk about a quote that has been making the rounds, dividing people across social media from the one and only Chappell Roan. Now, look, if you're
Chappell Roan, okay.
You're all familiar with Miss Roan. You know, not only does she make some bangers, but also she is known to make a public social or political statement or two here and there that does kind of get her in hot water. That is also the case with this recent quote that has been making the rounds. I'm never dating a man again. I'm not attracted to them. I don't like having sex with them. I don't think they understand me. I don't think they make good art.
Okay, so you're a lesbian. Like, all right, that's fine. It's 2026. So you're a lesbian, I guess, right?
Series of statements that have been pissing people off for a myriad of different reasons. There's really different tiers at which
is that what got people mad? Who cares, man? Like, I don't know any of her music. Like, I have no idea. Like, what is her most popular song? I'll probably know it when I hear it, right? This one got 74. Let me look at her biggest record. I can't tell you a single. Okay, this got 100. This one must be the big one. I've never heard that. I've never heard that in my life. I don't know who this is. Like, I don't really know Chappell Roan, bro. You say she got one song. Weirdo makes. Play Cole TKO verse. I gotta do. Let me just browse through Twitter for one more second, and then we'll get into playing some of the tracks that you guys would like to play. Let's see here. She goes, so because you're mixed, you can't talk about hip hop. Like, we about to let her get away with this. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Twitter's a tough spot. Twitter's a tough spot. Miro responds to academics. We already talked about that. We talked about Cole. Joe Budden podcast discusses whether they want to hear Drake reignite his feud with Kendrick. I'm someone who doesn't. I don't want to see, like, we know there's gonna be subs, but I don't want another battle.
Be alone, bro. It's over. Yeah, drop him a week after Drake. Ain't never ended.
Turn this shit back up, right?
Yeah, ain't never ended.
Stepping on work around here, nigga.
What? 27 to be lit. What? Oh, he's still on his ass.
You won't leave me alone, bro. It's over.
Just for shits and giggles, none of y'all want to hear. I think I asked y'all this. Let me get out of my head. Y'all don't want to hear fucking Drake's and no Kendrick shots on Iceman, right?
No.
I asked y'all about Cole, but I didn't ask y'all about Kendrick. Y'all don't want to hear him say a peep about any of that, right?
No.
Absolutely.
I hope he doesn't. And I don't think
If
he
he
should.
names the album Iceman and he doesn't, how is he Iceman?
I don't know what Iceman refers
Iceman
to.
is it feels like a vengeful guy. Like Iceman is back, and you mean to tell me you gonna Iceman? You ain't gonna.
Iceman's
hit the
a
one
killer.
nigga that
Yeah,
helps him out?
I look at Iceman in a couple different ways, though. Like, I don't know if Iceman's really like a revenge thing on Kendrick as much as it's a revenge thing on the industry, right? Like, it's not. I think it's like a new era of Drake, and how he moves in the music business going forward. I think that's more about what Iceman's about.
Pick, you ain't
gonna hit him with the poker. You ain't gonna hit the ice nigga. That's what Iceman for. You gonna hit the one nigga that killed you, that made you the Iceman.
What do you say though? Like what? Like
something.
Nigga, cool.
What can you say?
I don't think you need to step back in those waters, and I really hope he don't. Just make some.
Yeah,
music.
no, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
But if he did it, I wouldn't be sad.
I bet you he does.
Yeah, that's true. What could Drake really say unless he came out the gate with like some support in the allegations he made or something lethal? Like what could he really say that's slick that's really going to change anything? Dirt, you look like Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer. Isn't that the dude on... What the fuck? This guy? What? Like the older version or the newer version? I'll take this. What era? What era of Val Kilmer do I look like? I think that's important. Hopefully not this one. Come on, man. You look like his son? Oh, shit. Top Gun era. Okay, Top Gun era. Okay, all right. Val Kilmer. I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that. Even though we don't look anything alike, but I'll take that. What's the dirt? I think Drake. Dirt, he got a game. Come on, man. 5 from OVO and Maddie. That's not the Chappelle Roan drama. Her security made a child cry. Really? Chappelle Roan security child cry. Chappelle Roan speaks out after her security guard allegedly made 11-year-old fan cry. I just want to see the footage. I mean, 11's like, it's not like a baby. Wait. Chappelle Roan child security. Is there footage of it? This is jokes. Mother of the 11-year-old girl who was left in tears by Chappelle Roan security. My daughter walked through the door. She didn't have her phone. She didn't try to take a picture. She didn't approach her. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd have to see the footage of it, I guess. Right? I have to see the footage. $10 from Brothers Keeper. It would be cool if you did a 3-6 versus Bone Thugs breakdown. You know, that's actually a good idea. Get into some legacy beefs. I'll write that down, bro. Thank you for the... I got to start getting into doing those videos again anyway, right? That's kind of what the channel became known for, and I just don't do those videos anymore. So I should really get back to what I started doing when I started the channel, right? Bone Thugs. It's the thuggish, ruggish bone. Shout out to Jason Jarrett over on Kick for the follow. All right, so I'm going to get to a couple of the song requests now that we had in the Super Chats. And the first one I'm going to play is for my guy, Multi M335. He wants Good Night and Good Luck by Drake. Let's see. Good night and good luck. Here we go. Yeah, I knew.
I'm sitting outside, man, I'm riding the truck. Bags packed, pack a black and miles, lighting them up. I'm looking down on these niggas while inviting them up. I like to know the reasoning behind subliminals, like who told them to mention me. I am elevated, homie, you are elementary. Telling them you selling dope and never sold a century. Sam, you get denied off your entry exam. You get one flow and you done for. Converse in one verse about you fraud niggas that shoot never and run first. And ask Juicy if I stay fly on a cell phone and got a 10 on the other end like an 8 by 6'2" and they tell me you yay high. They can't, but they try. Still get offended if I don't say hi. To me, it's kinda gay if I'm saying hi to like 8 guys. So I just walk past and keep it cool till the hate dies. I do nothing that would offend these cats, but I wish I had a spot where I could send these cats. Like here, sit on this island, man, and pin these raps. Bust them shots, pretend you trap. Do whatever, man. Long as you never find your way home, I'm cool with it. I left.
He definitely had some Budden influence, for sure. 3 Cool. Like, that's without a doubt. And he even mentions that himself.
If you a shovel there, you know what to do with it. I never bust a gun, I miss the CTV. At least I'm not Mr. Dick riding CTE. Rappers believe me, I'm cutting records with Jody Breezy. And that nigga would even admit that you flowing cheesy. But slow your roll, this ain't a diss song. This song will let you know I'm not the one to pick on. White with the yellow, the over easy, I'm a Swiss on. Only got a couple girls that I'm willing to kiss on. With the rest, I turn the charm that they cannot resist on. If they wanna smoke, they get they purple goody twist on, but I can't call it. Maybe you mad cause you fellas looking celibate. 2 things that you are though is jealous and irrelevant. And I'm official, what's officially true is calling names would only be beneficial.
What's good, Mike B928 over on Kick? Thank you for the follow, bro. Yeah, I just started to Kick 2 days ago. So I appreciate anyone who follows on Kick, subscribes on Kick. I think I need 10 subscribers to get like to the next monetization. So like I told people, if they want to be on Kick and like cancel your membership on YouTube, and if you want to move it over to Kick, that'd be sweet.
To you, I just tire of you niggas, y'all the Michelin crew. I know a response to something that you itching to do. And you smaller than me than a thumbtack. Music's enjoyable, I'm just trying to bring the fun back. But you making it hard with these dumb tracks, your LL16s. Cause I listen to them and I don't call it a comeback. It's more like a shame and disgrace, considering I'm the one that you aim at displace. But you the one I blame in this case. I doubt you'll experience much of that desired fame at this rate. The awkward ass singles, the lamest mixtapes, and this is what's making you say you came to get you.
Bro, my boy, my good friend Quake went in on this beat, and he actually killed it.
Them cowards smell the fear like it's set in the wind. The sound of my voice alone probably raise the hair on your skin. So when I meet the Grim Reaper, I'ma stare with a grin. Middle finger to my fair weather friends who turn their back when the future seemed narrow and grim. Imagine that. Then my dad asked me why I'm so mad at my raps. Cause my mind racing while I'm trying to silence the past. Picture you having a talent and shack up in the paint, but ain't got the same bank account balance to match. This here is my only escape. So
Quake been doing it forever, man. Forever. Drake should try to... I would love to see Lupe and Drake collab. That probably might happen. You never know. It'd be a style clash. And there was one more other record, too, by my guy, Multi. He wants Cell 425 by Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez. Cell 425 by Tory Lanez. This was dropped 1 year ago. Prison Tapes. So was this was recorded while he was locked up, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure you can kind of hear with the quality, I think, well, it says Prison Tapes, right? So this is all him figuring out a way, I guess, to leverage like the jail phone plus whatever recording stuff he could do, I guess AI. Like I'm in full support of Tory using a bit of AI while he's locked up, for sure.
They can't stand us when we pull up. They can't manage when we ducking paparazzi.
You say, oh, Tory already admitted he used AI? Yeah, I thought I saw that. That is, they were saying that they had to use a little bit of AI to get the quality, right? You said this is old? Oh, this is old shit. Prison tapes are recorded in prison. Twitch tapes, yeah. I figured Prison Tapes, that's what it was, right? I mean, it's called Cell 245, so I'm assuming that it was recorded while he was in prison. Shout out to Mosh, Mosh and NYC. For the follow over on Kick. Appreciate you. You think it sounds redundant? I kind of agree with you, King Nano. It does sound a bit redundant to me, too. Tory's crazy talented though, man. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, right? Yo, shout out to Maddie CME. Yo, we're getting a lot of people go over on Kick, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I gotta take a piss real quick, but I'm gonna put on something just while I'm doing that. I could play a song or I could put on like a video or something. Well, what can I put on? You know what I'll do? I'll put on Lil Wayne, Hard Body, for my guy MCH88. I'll be right back, okay? This is a banger. This is actually a banger.
Young God in the building, about to start a religion. About to call Bin Laden up and order some missiles. Bring them straight to your block and go to war with you bitches. If you hit the head pin, the rest fall in position. position. Shoot a nigga on his porch and make him fall in his kitchen. Got the big boy Porsche with all the specifics. And I keep that torch, baby, call me Olympics. Red, white, blue pill, flip my skills like gymnasts. And never give a bitch money, blood, or kidneys. When the gun goes pow, I be at the finish with my medal around my neck. Autograph for my tennis. The land of the murder, dope, crack, and syringes. Pull up on you in the coupe, how fat is your engine? Never talk to those that sat on them benches, boy. I was in the game on 4th and inches. These niggas want the business, I'ma get these boys the business. See you fucking with the boy that told before Christmas. Got all these souls tripping, got all these souls stripping. And we ain't PSC, but them bitches know we tipping. I just bought a pint and ain't none of y'all sipping. Make my friends buy their own, fuck, I'm tired of being friendly. Ain't gotta lie just to try to be with me, bitch.
Yo, did YouTube go down? I gotta be careful. Like, I can't let it play too long. I gotta do little pauses and shit, right? That's why all the videos get fucked up on YouTube now, because I played too much music. But we're slowly moving it over to Kick. So even if you're not on Kick right now, definitely just go follow on Kick, because I'm gonna be doing a lot more shit over there.
Just up in heaven waiting that they died to be with me. I'm crazy for being Wayne, or is Wayne just crazy? I've been around, I'm still around like them Geico cavemen. Hairpin trigger, no, I won't shave it. I spy hip hop in the ocean, I'm gonna save it. The South is so dirty, bitch, you can't bathe it. Holly Grove dog, and I feel like mating. Baby girl, your pussy's looking so vacant. And it's fuck you and fuck Georgia Bush not making. Fuck waist deep, I'm in over my head. But it's cool, I'ma make it, I'm good like making. Your girl wants...
Shout out to Wayne, man. Shout out to Wayne. I think my girl's going to be home in 15 minutes and we're going to go to the gym, but maybe I'm assuming Academics has got to be streaming tonight, right? He hasn't streamed in 3 days. I've been kind of taking advantage. I'm assuming he's going to be streaming, right? Let me see. Because if Ak is streaming, I'll probably sit back and watch what he's doing. But if he's not going on tonight, I'll definitely, after the gym, come back on. Right? I'll definitely come back on. What's TV Gucci saying? Okay, it's birthday party. I guess. By the way, chat, I just worked on a few new flyers for the event that is going down. I'll show it to you. Okay, right here. Okay, myself and Boy Wonder live podcast May 23rd. All right. And then we also got OVO Mark in the mix. He's going to be doing the party right after, right? So if you're in the Toronto area, it's happening in Oshawa, just so you know. And I didn't get to pick the event. Happy Dad picked the event. I would have rather it be in Toronto, but even if you're in Toronto, I'd love for you guys to be able to make the trip to make it out, right? And we also got, I made one other flyer. Can I show you the flyer that the venue gave me? And they were like, oh, this is the flyer. Like, what do you think? And I was like, I think I can make a better one. And I want you guys to like give me your honest opinion about like what you think looks better. So this is the one that I made, right? Like I made the ones that are yellow, right? But the ones that they made look like this. Like, which one do you think looks better? Which one do you guys think looks better? Like, and no bias. Like, if you guys think theirs looks better than mine, feel free. I'll bring up the one of three of us on there. So you guys, oh fuck I just like had my, let me see. The one of three of us on there that I made. This one. Which one do you think looks better? I'll move my shit. I'll hide my thing here. The yellow one looks better, right? And like I made mine so quick. You say honestly theirs looks better due to the outline around the people. You think so? Go with yours. Bunch of nerds from Californication, hippie, ghetto gospel. Theirs pops more. Yellow's better. Theirs does pop more, right? You know, what I could do to make it pop more is not make... You know, I could put a yellow outline around them, though, right? Like, I could go... Oh, shit. I didn't even save that one. Okay, well, whatever. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that. Use Iceman colors on yours, too. Yeah, I probably should go with the blue, hey? That's not a bad idea. Keep your publishing. Maybe thin yellow outline around them. Or I could put, instead of us being black and white, I could have it be color. I think mine looks cleaner. Shout out to Heavy Perk 30 for the follow on Kick. YouTuber plus event host. Yeah, because you say Lines Tap said no way, yours looks cleaner. Theirs is an amateur. That's what I'm saying. Theirs looks like amateur hour, right? I think mine looks way cleaner. I can make this pop by putting the outline around all of us. Don't put a goofy outline on it. If you're going with the blue, need to make you look colorful. Nah, the blue is what they made, right? And then they give me a couple other ones too. Like, they gave me that one. They gave me this one. For Boy Wonder, I did this one. Wait. For Boy Wonder, I did... Does the blue pop way better or what? The blue does look like a lot. The blue does pop pretty good. Maybe I'll switch it up. You say, bro, don't take advice from anyone in the chat. Theirs looks childish. Yours looks clean. Yo, shout out to Jay Golden. Thank you for popping out on Kick. I appreciate the follow. You need to brighten your own picture up. Yeah, probably, eh? We'll figure it out. I think this one looks really good that I made here. Blue is better. Yellow looks like you're a Hot 97 intern. The blue is more of your aesthetic, but yours stands out more. Clean dirt. Just change yellow to blue and you good. Okay, so I'll just take this and I'll make it blue instead of yellow. Stick to your own skills. Use Iceman colors and bigger letters. Okay, play that 9. Hot 97 intern. That's funny. Mine looks hip hop. Yeah, I think mine looks pretty cool. Yellow pops more. I appreciate the advice. We'll see what Happy Dad thinks anyways, or the venue. I said, look, I won't take offense if you use your own. I whipped them up pretty quick. The gray plus yellow looks the best with all the three of you. Add a yellow outline. That's what I thought too. Not just the rich Iceman, the cold money Iceman. Exactly. Yo, chat, I'll probably, if Act doesn't stream after the gym, I'll come right back on and we'll chop it up again, okay? Appreciate, as always, all the people, like all the new people over on Kick. Thank you, because I'm really excited to get going on Kick, and I'm really excited to do streaming way more often. Like, I'm talking about 6, 8 hour days with the right structure, right? And I want to make it happen on Kick. I also want to thank anyone, first off, for being in the chat at all and supporting, but also anyone that donated too. Thank you so much. It goes a long way. It's a lot of support.